Hello everyone, this is The Unspeakable at Interscapes Art Studios. These are the colors I'm choosing from today. Here I'm painting over this painting which I never posted. I painted this yesterday and it's so hot here now that it dried in one day, which is great. I love that. This is Memorial Day weekend, a holiday in the States, which most of you know. And at the same time, it is an Islamic holiday. It is the end of Ramadan, and for 3 days at the end of Ramadan is a celebration called Eid. And I know this because I spent about 20 years with the Sufis and trying to understand and discover things about Islam that I did not know. A little aside here, it was 51 years ago that Neil Armstrong first landed and walked on the moon. And at that time, our neighborhood changed. The whole world became our neighbors. So I said that aside because I was really interested in learning about Islam because there are so many millions and millions and millions of people who received such divine grace and prayer and benefits from it. And it seems so not understood by us in the United States and Christian culture. So I did spend some time, and it is profoundly, profoundly peaceful. The people that I spent time with were peaceful, loving, strong, intense, caring, and very devoted. Now, I grew up Catholic, and I recognized that devotion. The other thing that attracted me to Sufism was poetry, and the poetry of Jalaluddin Rumi, which I found was beautiful, and I was interested in where that came from. And then this aside that the world suddenly has shrunk. I mean, I could wake up today and go to sleep tomorrow in China. And that wasn't possible just 100 years ago. Maybe it was, but it was not usual. So this whole virus thing is a neighborhood illness. It's part of our culture now. The world is our neighborhood, not just our neighborhood. Many, many, many of my friends and companions on the Sufi path were Americans, attracted by the same light and love that I was looking for and wanting to know and understand. It is a complex cultural religion and way of life, and it's not anything like American. Although when cultures meet, when two things meet, they're on the edge, there is an intertwining and an exchange. And if we're really human about it, it's an exchange of our best, the best of both worlds. And we all grow together. So I celebrate Ramadan. It is not an easy thing to do. And I could tell you long stories about my fails and mishaps fasting for a whole month. But the prayers that you do at night are so deep and so filled with light after a day of fasting and devotion. And I'm telling you this because you may not know it. All we hear from the media is sensational news. But there's a sweetness in it. Okay, I think that's it. So right now what's coming to mind is sometimes there is a meeting between different things of a different rhythm and a different nature. And sometimes there's an impenetrable barrier between the two, or seemingly. Here it is dry, and you see that circled I swirled above the purple part. That's a new moon, and Eid begins on a new moon, always. Today is the meeting of an American holiday and a Muslim holiday, and I send my love and celebration and light to all of the families in all of the world as my neighbors. Thank you for joining me. See you soon.